The global physical therapy market is currently valued at $18.9 billion, and it continues to see rapid growth, directly driven by an aging population. This timeline shows how a typical physical therapist spends their shift. Notice this specific block. 40% of their day is consumed entirely by administrative tasks and documentation, pulling them directly away from patient care. When schedules are compressed by paperwork, human interactions suffer. Data shows that 67% of treatment failures don't originate from medical errors, but from poor patient-provider communication. Compound this operational strain with the fact that most current software platforms fail basic WCAG accessibility standards and operate strictly in a single language, alienating diverse and special needs populations. The result is severe clinical fragmentation. Healthcare providers are forced into an impossible compromise: maintain patient volume to keep the clinic afloat, or sacrifice throughput to deliver high-quality, personalized care. PhysioFlow resolves this tension. It is an AI-powered, accessibility-first physical therapy management platform engineered to unify these scattered clinical workflows into a single system. The platform operates on a three-tier architecture: patient engagement, clinical intelligence, and administrative excellence. These levels communicate bidirectionally, powered by Node.js microservices and standardized healthcare data protocols, keeping information perfectly synchronized across the stack. By streamlining this data exchange, clinics immediately recapture lost time, driving a 25% increase in clinical throughput and a massive return on investment in year one. Organizing patient and clinical data vertically through these integrated tiers completely removes administrative friction, converting a documentation bottleneck into scalable clinical velocity. Let's examine the top tier, the patient engagement layer. This is the front-end interface where patients actively interact with their care plans. It functions securely as a progressive web app built on React 18, ensuring the application is highly responsive, optimized for mobile devices, and capable of operating entirely offline when connectivity drops. Instead of handing patients static text forms to describe their discomfort, the platform deploys an interactive body mapping system. Patients use touch, voice, or eye tracking to interact directly with a medically accurate map featuring over 25 distinct anatomical regions. The system translates these precise inputs into a color-coded pain scale, automatically plotting historical progress graphs for the attending therapist. The interface adheres to strict native WCAG 2.1 AA compliance standards, cleanly flipping its layout from a left-to-right English configuration to a right-to-left Arabic structure. For treatment, the adaptive exercise library automatically filters its database of over 500 videos to apply specific wheelchair, cognitive, or sensory modifications based on the patient's exact physical requirements. By deliberately engineering language and accessibility barriers out of the user interface, the platform yields a 45% improvement in patient engagement and treatment adherence. Beneath the front end sits the computational core of the platform, the AI-powered clinical intelligence layer. Many modern healthcare applications simply wrap a basic interface around a single commercial AI. PhysioFlow utilizes a proprietary multi-provider AI architecture, actively analyzing incoming clinical data and routing it to specific models based entirely on the computational task required. Complex medical reasoning and clinical evidence synthesis are routed directly to Google Gemini. Meanwhile, tasks involving natural language processing, like generating conversational patient engagement templates, are diverted to OpenAI GPT. When the system handles sensitive, protected health information, that data never touches the public cloud. It drops securely into an isolated, on-premise, local large language model. This ensemble of models works in tandem. It continuously monitors patient inputs from the top layer to dynamically modify exercise difficulty and accurately predict recovery timelines. For the provider, the system instantly processes session data to generate structured SOAP notes and recommends highly accurate CPT billing codes without manual entry. This specialized routing mechanism directly resolves the primary operational bottleneck. It reclaims the 40% of the schedule previously lost to documentation while strictly guaranteeing HIPAA compliance. Finally, we reach the foundational tier, the administrative excellence layer. This anchors the entire platform to the broader hospital infrastructure. The backend relies on an event-driven Node.js microservices design, allowing individual service modules to scale independently. To ensure interoperability, the API gateway utilizes HL7 FHIR standards, synchronizing data directly into legacy electronic health records like Epic and Cerner. Data protection is strictly enforced using an enterprise-grade security framework, securing all records with AES 256 encryption at rest and TLS 1.3 in transit. Because the data is organized at this foundational level, the architecture automatically structures and exports the necessary reporting metrics for stringent CARF audits, regional CBHAI standards, and total HIPAA compliance. This layer also manages the multi-channel communication hub, utilizing intelligent routing to automate appointment reminders via WhatsApp, SMS, or push notifications, adapting to both urgency and patient preference. Automating this level of data interoperability reduces scheduling conflicts by 50% and prevents the formation of isolated data silos within large hospital networks. When clinical efficiency successfully scales across all three tiers, it triggers a direct expansion in overall facility revenue. Looking at cost reduction, the automated billing and reporting layers drive a 95% drop in billing errors and a 50% decrease in compliance management overhead. On the revenue side, reclaiming administrative time yields a 25% increase in total patient capacity. Furthermore, full accessibility compliance creates a 100% increase in market access to special needs demographics. Consider a medium-sized facility with 20 therapists. A $50,000 annual software cost is offset entirely by $180,000 in generated annual savings and expanded capacity. This operational efficiency and direct market expansion generates a massive 260% return on investment within the first year. Investing in a deliberately integrated three-tier platform yields exponentially higher financial returns than attempting to piece together a patchwork of fragmented single-function tools. When we step back and look at the PhysioFlow ecosystem, we see a single, frictionless unit. Traditional platforms function as static digital exercise libraries. PhysioFlow operates as a comprehensive clinical intelligence engine. Its strict adherence to universal WCAG accessibility standards and precise cultural adaptations open your doors to entirely new, historically underserved patient populations. Its targeted multi-provider AI routing safely processes complex medical logic while keeping highly sensitive data locked down under total institutional sovereignty. And its native HL7 FHIR interoperability guarantees frictionless adoption directly into whatever legacy hospital systems are already in place. PhysioFlow provides the definitive architectural blueprint for healthcare leaders seeking to rapidly scale physical therapy operations, elevate patient outcomes, and secure future-proof clinical compliance.